dreams just random images fired from an unconscious brain during sleep? Or something much more important, like life-saving inner guidance? How dreams can be healing and early warning tools for disease, financial crisis, or success. And love is still one of the behavioral science's greatest unanswered questions. Hello, I'm your host, author Kat O'Keefe Canavas. Welcome to Dreaming Healing, where dreams and cutting-edge scientific research meet on syndicated Dream Vision 7 radio network. Dreaming Healing is every Tuesday at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern, with live shows on the first and third evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, when you can call in and ask Kat questions about your amazing dreams. Talk on air. Call toll-free, 833-220-1200. That's 833-220-1200. Come live your dreams out loud with Kat.
Welcome to the Kat Canavas Show. This is Mimi Pettibone. I am one of her guests today. I also work with dreams, also known as The Dream Detective, which is my website, thedreamdetective.com. But anyway, I'm here with Dr. Larry Burk, who Kat co-authored her book with, and that book is called Dreams That Can Save Your Life. It is an amazingly powerful and profound book with lots of stories about Kat's own journey of how her dreams healed her and warned her about cancer not once but 3 times when no doctors or medical tests could. And Dr. Larry Burk had also simultaneously been researching dreams and breast cancer in his Dreams and Breast Cancer Research Project. So, Dr. Burk, go ahead and say hello with us and maybe tell us a little bit about your background, too.
Thanks, Amy. I met Kat through Dreams Cloud and the International Association for the Study of Dreams back when I was just getting into dream research in 2000, I guess it was 2013, and I just put together a research project surveying women around the world who'd had dreams that told them to go get a mammogram, basically, and usually without any symptoms. And then this research was triggered by a couple friends of mine who'd had that experience. And as a radiologist, I'm not a mammography specialist, but I am trained in mammography originally, and never had heard about dreams having any impact on breast cancer diagnosis. And so this was all pretty new to me, and it was great to encounter Kat and discover she'd already been on this path for quite a while and was quite passionate about getting the word out. So we, after I published my paper in Explorer, Journal of Science and Healing in 2015, then we went. I gave a TEDx talk, which is on my website at larryburk.com. It happens to be a censored TEDx talk, so it was a little too far outside the box for TED scientific censors. But you can still watch it by clicking on the little X in the upper corner right upper corner of the red banner that's been pasted across my talk, so you can see all the pictures, including pictures of Kat and her story. So
that's right. Oh, sorry. Yeah, your talk was actually banned from TED Talks because of the nature of the psychic qualities of the dreams. Is that right?
We don't have a real explanation as to how it got banned. All I know is that it got released and had a lot of 7,000 views, and then I made the unfortunate, ambitious choice of applying for the TEDx prize. Anyone can submit a proposal based on their TED talk to get funding, $1 million to do research and expand their work. So I sent it in and essentially drew attention to my dream research, and that's when it got slammed with the censorship banner. So yeah, I spoke fair, as they say.
It seems like we're living a little bit in the dark ages still when it comes to things like this happening.
I mean, it's fun to be part of sort of the reemergence of dreams into medicine with Kat and a few other people from the International Association for the Study of Dreams are doing more research, and it's really a long-lost art. I mean, they don't even teach dream analysis in psychotherapy school anymore. Psychologists can get the whole way through 6 years of training and never have a course on interpreting dreams. Freud and Jung are still there, but their work has, sort of been relegated to the past. So I'm happy to be able to bring that back. And I think the other exciting thing about working with the breast cancer dreamers has been discovering that not only do they diagnose their cancer ahead of time, but they also are able to use their dreams for healing. That, to me, has been the most exciting part of it, actually, beyond the diagnosis, is all the women who are in my 18 women in my study are all still alive. So I'm beginning to suspect that being able to dream your diagnosis may also give you a good prognosis, because you'll be able to dream your healing process as well. I don't know if you've had experiences like that or not, but...
Yes, and I've had some for other people and animals as well, which I talked about with Kat on her last show. And by the show description, I think she wanted to talk about that on this show. And I'm not... I could tell you about that, or I could wait to see if she joins us.
I think her plan was for me to focus on the first 20 minutes, and then I think turn it over to you. Probably is that was what I was told. So we'll just go with the flow until Kat gets here.
Well, I'll just share this dream with you since she's already heard it. I had a dream that I was lying on a couch watching a friend of mine get ready like she was going to go out. She was doing her hair and getting ready, and I felt very sick, and I was very thirsty, so I started to drink some orange juice, which is something you do when you're not feeling well a lot of times. And then I decided that I needed some meat, of all things. And so I went and found a little bowl with maybe a steak or something in it. And then the scenery changed, and I had put the dish outside. Now I was back at my parents' house where I grew up, and we had a pet cat growing up who we named Cat. Funny, we're on Cat's show. And so now all of a sudden, instead of watching my friend, I'm in the house looking outside into the yard where I had set this bowl of meat, and the cat was eating the meat. And I was just so happy, feeling like she was such a good cat and she really deserved this meat. Well, unbeknownst to me, the same friend in the dream who I had been lying on the couch kind of seeing her getting ready to go out, she at the time had a cat who was very, very ill, a pet cat. And the cat was throwing up every single day, couldn't keep its food down. And she at that time was feeding it meat and rice. And this was a number of years ago when I was sort of keeping this dream stuff to myself. I used to be very public about it, and then I kind of went underground, and then I came out again because I couldn't help it. But when I talked to my friend another week or so later, she said, I finally figured out what was wrong with my cat. She was allergic to rice, and I was feeding her meat and rice, so now I'm only feeding her meat. And when I had worked with the dream as we do in traditional dream work, I had given the dream a title, and the title was Cat Eats Meat. And I knew instantly when she told me this that dream was about her cat, because she was in the dream and my childhood cat was in the dream. So again, this happened years ago, but when it came up with Kat, when I was on her show a couple of weeks ago, I went and pulled out the original file. I had saved this dream on my computer, and I read the details and realized that I think I was actually having the dream from the perspective of the cat, because I was lying on a couch and I was the one not feeling well, looking at my friend, which is maybe what her cat would be doing when she'd be getting ready, just laying. The cat might be laying on a couch looking at her. So anyway, thought I'd share that with you.
That's a fun dream. I like that, and it reminds me of one of the dreams from the book about food as a healing, guidance, through dreams. And this one of my best friends who had the dream about her breast cancer, then was in a quandary about what to do for a healing process, and all the oncologists told her get chemo, radiation, but she started having dreams about raw vegetables every night. And she realized, maybe she's getting guidance here. And then in a dream, a rabbi showed up and told her she should get wheatgrass. And so she starts considering, going on a raw food diet and all that stuff. She goes to a healing retreat a couple weeks later with the rabbi in the dream. And when he hears that she has breast cancer, he goes, "You should try some wheatgrass."
Oh, my gosh.
It was a precognitive guidance dream. And so I love, there are many other examples of healing dreams in the book. I've been getting interested in combining dream work with the other thing I specialize in, which is emotional freedom techniques or the tapping techniques. So I love getting clients who get really dark, disturbing dreams, which tell me exactly what they need to be tapping on. And so one of my latest workshops that I'm doing in July 26th to 28th is going to be about from pain to personal transformation, heal yourself with tapping and dreaming. And I'm doing that at the Art of Living Retreat Center outside of Boone, North Carolina. And that information is all on my website as well, LarryBurk.com. And I'm really getting excited about combining these two things, which I think are both at the cutting edge. And of course, you can tap for yourself, you can tap for your pets, you can dream for your pets. It all works both ways.
That's a really good point, that people can actually incubate a dream not only for themselves but for their pets or for any of their loved ones who might want help with a health condition.
Yep, and the some of the other things that come up in this work is that a lot of it's about setting intention too. The intention to get the right information you need to heal, and the dreams are often the quickest route to that information, and then you can use it maybe to guide you as to what kind of conventional therapy you need, or what kind. That was the other puzzling thing in the book. I expected all these holistic dreamers were going to be dreaming holistic remedies, but that was actually the exception. My friend dreaming the raw food diet. A lot of the other ones were dreaming about what kind of chemo they needed, what kind of radiation they needed, and that was actually one of the biggest surprises in the book, that they were getting guided to use as much strong chemo as they could get. And I'm thinking, wow, and then one of my favorite dreamers, Wanda Birch, used the dream to guide her through the chemotherapy without any side effects. She had a dream where the chemo was coming down into her arms through tubes, IV tubes, and she saw it turning into energy food in the dream. So she just recorded a guided meditation and played it when she took her chemo, and wound up at the end of her whole treatment protocol. The oncologist thought there had been some mistake because she got twice as much chemo as anyone else, and she had no side effects. So
wow, that is really amazing, and it brings up a whole new realm of healing possibilities for people of how to use meditation, dreams, guided imagery, tapping, EFT, in conjunction with traditional therapies.
Yeah, and
because
you can get the best of both worlds, Yeah.
Right. And I also thought it was fascinating when I read your and Kat's book, Dreams That Can Save Your Life, that these people were being guided to chemotherapy because, like you said, you're thinking people who are into dreams and spiritual, they're going to dream about wheatgrass and things like that. But it shows that there is a place for Western medicine for certain conditions, while other people might have a more holistic approach for a different type of ailment. It is very validating. Yeah,
and we also need to be discerning about when Western medicine is being used inappropriately too, which does unfortunately happen. And I've gotten very interested in working with people with pain, and unfortunately, there's billions of dollars spent on all kinds of conventional pain management approaches, drugs, surgery, injections, and they provide only a temporary fix, and often no better than placebo. And so using EFT and tapping other mind-body approaches, including dream work, where we can get to the root of the pain and actually heal the pain rather than just suppressing it. So that's one of my big passions at the moment, and it's quite rewarding when you can